Welcome to All Powers from Within. My name is Ishwar. I help people expand their consciousness and accomplish any goal beyond their wildest dreams. Now, this is a special video with a few guidelines. However, more than guidelines, I would really highlight the disclaimer as usual, that is, you need to take responsibility for your health and well-being, and this is intended to be a video for helping you bulk up, because there's too many people who claim to be putting in effort, however they're not getting the results they expect. I mean, going into whether it is realistic or not, if you've never picked a dumbbell up and you all of a sudden you want, or a kettlebell, you need to be ripped within, like, overnight, I think that's a whole another topic. However, I'm going to say just three main tips that are going to really lead you a long way if you follow them, and if you aren't too crazy, too unrealistic about your goals, like wanting to become Ronnie Coleman in 2 weeks, and you've never got out of couch, as I've found out certain cases. First one is you need to, I'm going to suggest just cramming down all the sessions, all the repetitions, all the workouts you might have within the first hour, okay? And I mean doing this without an energy drink, without anything, on an empty stomach, the first thing in the morning. Second, I would say you need to take a distance, whatever is comfortable to you. I would suggest, if you're in doubt, say 50 meters, okay, where you can sprint, you just push your lung capacity to the fullest. Obviously, if you are struggling with COPD or any such condition, then you need to also take care of the medications. You might need the puffers, whatever. And I'm putting back the responsibility onto you. If you're comfortable doing this, please go ahead. If not, please make sure you're not going crazy about this. Number 3 is, this is a fantastic yogic hand gesture you can do. Ideally, you should do it sitting in a yogic pose. I'm just going to suggest the way it is meant to be done, and later I'll give you a few more guidelines. You need to sit in a yogic pose. If you can't cross your legs like that, you just need to make sure your spine is erect, and you can sit on a chair, and you touch the base of your ring finger with your thumb, like this, and you place it upwards. Besides the fact that it will help you, it will metabolize muscle fiber, proteins, whether it is vegetable protein or whatever, it will metabolize a lot better. During the first few days, you might feel there's a lot of disintoxication going on. That is, you may feel cramps, and you may have to go to the toilet a few times, but this won't last over a week, I promise you that. This may last 2 or 3 days, at the most a week. It depends on the number of toxins you might have if you've been eating too much chips and fast food and stuff like that. And as a bonus tip, I would say this is really, really important, especially for those who have difficulty with water retention, any kind of whether you've been boozing enough, too much, and you are in the past you've struggled with muscle definition a lot. That can be, I admit, it can be a genetic factor. Not always, but it tends to be a genetic factor, okay? But you don't need to say that is my excuse. You can definitely get ripped better than anyone if you propose so, and if you believe in yourself and keep pushing it. So what you need to do is, you may have, I'm a big fan of hydration, especially early in the morning on an empty stomach. However, you need to make sure at least 3 hours before, I'm talking about people who have overweight or water retention, stuff like that. So you need to make sure you have the last sips of water. If you're eating something like, let's say, brown rice, it might be that you feel still an urge to go to the toilet in the middle of the night. You might have an interruption like compulsive urination, etc. But that's a different thing. But just drinking water, glasses of water that you drink, or Coca-Cola for that matter, if that's what you're doing. Although I don't think it's a good idea. You need to stop taking all liquids 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. Okay? So give these 4 tips a try for at least 2 months. Don't throw in the towel. Don't just say this doesn't work, or don't go too easy on your kettlebells or whatever deadlifts you're doing, and hang in there with these 4 tips. Please make sure you want to tattoo these 4 tips on your brain. And before you say you haven't got results, you need to check in with us. Okay? Hope this makes sense. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and talk to you soon.